audience. So, audience, if you can hear this, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. As I'm sure you and the rest of the world is currently aware, Messenger is down, Instagram is down, and the metaverse is collapsing around us. But, so, whilst you, the valuable audience of ours, will be able to hear this, this is actually a message to any of our panelists, any of our performers who may be able to hear this, that the Zoom link to be able to join the show is the same one as last week. So if you can get onto the messages and just scroll through and find it, then that would be amazing, and you'll be able to find us that way. Alternatively, we have a Discord. I don't know how to find it. Obviously, it's the Extreme Improv Discord, so try looking that up. I've posted it in there. But if you were just in the audience, this is probably just a little bit of a weird thing for you to hear, which I can completely appreciate. So,
you're wrestling fans. You're probably used to weird stuff.
Yes. This is this is just a preview of all of the Firefly Madhouse stuff that we're going to have at the Hardy compound tonight. So, with that, we'll start the show in a minute regardless. But, performers, if you are out there, find us, and we will let you in. And hello, everyone say a nice big hello. Hello. So, just as Scott Hall and Kevin Nash held up that sign saying about free Shawn Michaels from his WWE contract in 1996, this is me saying to Facebook and Messenger, let our performers in. Let them find the link. Somehow TJ got the link. Darius got the link, but like Facebook Messenger isn't working for most people. So there are performers ready to come through the curtain to run down and make the save. But performers, if you are out there watching this, type in the chat on youtube.com/extremeimprov that you're trying to get in, and I will find a way to send you the link. Or I'll find some of you are on Twitter. I will find you on Twitter. I should have thought of this before I started the live stream, but this is how it works. Whilst I'm trying to send this link, TJ, say hello to the people and give us as many wrestling facts as you can.
And if nothing else works, we can just ask a pigeon to send them the link. The old ways.
Do you have a wrestling fact?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So, as usual, I'm TJ, reporting from my mom's basement. My wrestling fact, I do. I actually have two wrestling facts. One is, so there's a wrestler called Ox Baker, and he had a move called the Heart Punch, which apparently killed a wrestler. It wasn't because of the move. The wrestler had a heart attack 3 days after he took the move. I think the wrestler's name is Alberto Torres, but they just used it in kayfabe. Another wrestling fact is a little bit from pop culture. There's a show called How I Met Your Mother, where two characters had a bet called the three-way bet, where they were supposed to do a three-way, if you know what that means. If you don't, maybe go watch some cartoons or something, where the winner would get a three-way belt, and instead of a three, and they use the winged eagle belt for that.
Wow. Okay, so
yeah, those are my wrestling facts.
I've been able to send the link out to one or two people. But Darius, say hello to the people and give us a wrestling fact or 10.
Oh, hello. So my wrestling fact comes from probably all the way back at the beginning of what became WWE. So when Vince went to acquire, I think it was AWA at the time, maybe. So it was Vince's father and two other people in charge, and they basically said, right, you need to pay us this amount of money, and we want this amount of money each week from you. If you don't, we're taking all your money. And they set the bar fairly high, and they did not have any faith in Vince to actually be able to pay them. And it was Linda McMahon who was integral in making sure that money gets paid. Don't know where they got it from, but if it wasn't for the combination of Vince and Linda, WWE would not exist right now.
Wow, that's an interesting fact. I am going to give you a point for that as well. I will just take this moment again before we get on with our first round proper, just to say once again, Facebook Messenger, let our performers, let our panelists onto the show. They need the link. That's all they need.
It's almost like the SmackDown after Saudi Arabia a few years ago.
What was the oh my? What? Where it was like touch and go that they'd get there.
Yeah.
I was thinking, do you remember that was it SmackDown or Raw, where there was like the volcano that went off?
Oh, yeah.
And the only one that made it through was Triple H.
Yeah.
The only one. So,
big enough to carry Raw alone, I think.
Yeah. That was such a cool episode, though, because it was so clearly thrown together. It was just like,
that should have been my wrestling fact. By the way, I have an interesting story to share before we start. So this week's episode of How I Screwed Up.
Hang on, TJ. Hold the phone. We're about to get a run in. We're about to get a run in. I want to know how we achieved it. Okay, hang on. Wait for it. Hello. You made it.
Done it. Yay.
So, Gav, how did you find the link?
Sorry?
Where did you get the link?
Twitter.
Yes, it worked. It worked.
Twitter works.
So, if any other performers, any other panelists are out there, like, message me on Twitter. I will get you the link. Oh, Messenger is down, man. How are you, Gav?
Yeah, I'm all good. Yourselves?
Yeah, good. Like we've fallen in through the cracks somewhere just because Messenger has gone crazy again. The metaverse is collapsing already.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, TJ, you were about to share us a story, something from this week.
So I had a meeting this week, a Zoom meeting, where I was supposed to show my progress about a project that I'm working on. Supposed to show some scientific stuff. When I shared my screen, instead of opening the folder where I have my stuff, I opened a folder that had wrestling memes. So everyone on that meeting thinks I'm the guy who has a folder filled with pictures of dudes in their underwear.
Fantastic.
Well, there you go.
Could have been worse.
Could have been
Of
worse.
course.
Well, do you know what? This is the way that TJ is now telling. Oh no, it was just wrestling. That's
literally what I said. It's just wrestling.
It's just wrestling, guys. Right. Oh wow, that's a cool story. Oh, has anyone else got any embarrassing wrestling related? Because like lots of people, if they don't get wrestling, they don't get wrestling, you know. And if they don't get it, then they just won't understand like the whole process.
Oh, I have another embarrassing wrestling story, but from a long time ago. I was don't ask me why, but I was watching that video where Kane was electrocuting certain part of Shane McMahon, and my then girlfriend came over and she's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "I'm watching a demon, a monster electrocuting a billionaire's certain parts." Like, why? Because it's fun.
I think it wasn't Hide and Drake with Michael Cole.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. There's a bunch of these. This is the thing. Like sometimes it's not always easy being a wrestling fan, just because someone who doesn't get it, they turn up and it's just like, oh, it's not always like this. It's like it's really good, and then they just see something where it's like ghastly. You know.
Well, it's even worse when you're an actual wrestler.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, how do you deal with that, Gav? How do you explain away?
You get a lot of people asking, "Wait, is it really fake? Is it really fake?" real? And like you're just trying to explain it, but they don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just do like, if in doubt, do like Vader.
Or do like what's his name? Dr. Schultz.
Yeah,
David
Dr.
Schultz.
D, David Schultz.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Bang. Well, do you remember, was it Vader was in Kuwait? And they asked him, was it fake? And then he got like arrested or something.
Oh really? I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
I think that was in 1996. Anyway. So with this, let's get on to our first round. Let's actually just react to some of the stories of the day. We don't have to get into like so much of like the serious side of it.
Sorry.
Gav?
I've got to update something from last week.
Okay, go for it.
Last week I said about Marty Jannetty being the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's come out now and said that wasn't true.
Oh.
Ooh.
Apparently, it was Steve Lombardi who played the Brooklyn Brawler.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Brooklyn Brawler was the Undertaker as well.
Yeah.
Wow, fab, amazing stuff. So, one of the probably the biggest wrestling story within like the last 24 hours has been that Jon Moxley has had to step aside from being fully on like the active roster just because he's gonna get himself take care of himself, take care of everything with his family. That he's checked into like a centre where if he's got like alcohol problems and stuff like this. But, so we can comment on that to whatever degree we want to as well. But what it does mean is that they've had to announce that he's going to have a replacement in the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament where he was meant to be wrestling Orange Cassidy tonight. So, either does anyone wants to react to anything to the Moxley situation, or does anyone want to give any thoughts on who they think will be taking his place? Gav?
Or the best win, and like the family, really. A big step what he's there doing, and yeah, all the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and to share it publicly as well, because they could have just said, oh, there was an injury or something that's like this. So I think it takes a lot to share something like, and obviously with social media things can leak out, but in a sense taking ownership of it, doing whatever at this stage, nothing but the best.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see, and hopefully things work out very well for him very soon. Regarding the tournament side, though, I was kind of picking him to win because my idea was the finals would have been Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley, and so they did one Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega match, which ended up in a draw. I think they're gonna do another one now. If Hangman Page wins the title, and I really hope he does, I don't think they would want Bryan Danielson to lose to Hangman Page before. I mean, he would make Hangman Page a star. So my idea was, and because Moxley was the guy that Hangman dropped from the ladder to pick the chip, so it would have made sense. And Moxley did have a very mean streak last week, so I thought maybe there was a heel turn or something. I don't see Orange Cassidy. I mean, love the guy, but I don't see him being Hangman's first opponent. If it is Bryan Danielson, again, so I think there will be a replacement, and I think it's going to be Adam Cole. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah, good thought. Darius?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hats off to Moxley, because this story is a little bit close to my heart, to be fair, because I had a friend who was 2 years clean now, to be fair to him, but he had such a problem with alcohol, it was ridiculous. So I know how difficult it is to try and get yourself out of that situation, because I've been through it with a very close friend of mine, so well done. Well done, John. I look forward to you returning. Let's go. In terms of the tournament, I think Eddie Kingston will replace him, because him and Brian had such a great match. Oh no, he's already out.
Right.
Yeah, he is already out.
Is it sorry?
I was going to say Kingston, but Kingston's already out. But they might put him in there and say it's not valid, so he gets to have another match between with Brian again.
I've got one guy that can possibly fill Moxley. That's CM Punk.
Oh, do you know what? This is one of the things that's rumoured, but what does that mean if they put Punk in that position? Suddenly, it means that he's suddenly in the chase for the world title.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like that's been their plan. So,
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be Punk. And Punk recently said in an interview or somewhere that he could have gone back to WWE, but they have a form. I can't exactly quote him. He said they have a formula. You have this part-timer, this old guy come back. They made event. Maybe if he went back, he would have been given the title. But what he wants to do is work with these younger people. He wants to wrestle everyone. Maybe eventually chase the title, but not right now. So I don't see Punk.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to say something a lot more wild. Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Come on. It's the perfect opportunity, isn't it?
It is.
Like
I agree.
His 90 days no compete clause is up, right?
yeah, it ended, I think, Halloween. But, like, here's the thing. With, like, Daniel Bryan's debut, like, when he wrestled Kenny Omega, I believe that was originally planned to be his debut. But because they were like, COVID might be a problem, they're like, we need to bring him out in front of a live crowd in case things get shut down again. And once again, I think whatever their plan was for Bray Wyatt, as long as they can get him to wherever they are in the country, they'll just be like, it's the time, you're free, come on in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good idea, actually. Yeah.
But is there anyone else that's like, okay, the next story we'll get onto in a second.
Oh, no. Bray Wyatt makes the most sense.
It does make more sense.
Well, hang on. This isn't the
Because
only other thing. We may segue onto the next story here. Something which I think literally was a breaking news story a week ago after we finished this show was that Ring of Honor has kind of completely gone belly up, which means that whilst the wrestlers are still kind of under contract there for a little while with some commitments, there's a load of people that if they need a replacement, they could suddenly have someone pop up. Any thoughts, anyone from there jumping to AEW tonight, or any thoughts on the Ring of Honor situation overall, anyone?
So,
Sorry, done.
and wow, it's unfortunate for Ring of Honor, to be fair, to lose all that talent, but hats off to them because they've been paying their staff for the last 18 months with no shows. So, well done to Ring of Honor for honouring that, and it's superb. So this was always going to be the eventual sort of outcome anyway, unfortunately for them, but at least they paid the talent, which is absolutely fantastic. I would have said Danhausen to replace, but he's injured.
Oh no, you're right. Yes. That is so bad timing.
Otherwise, I don't know, Flip Gordon maybe could be potential against Orange Cassidy. I think that might be a pretty good match.
Who was that?
Flip Gordon.
I don't think Flip Gordon was there in AEW during the first few days, wasn't he?
No, he was at All In.
He was on. Okay, he was at All.
Yeah, but it's weird that he stayed in Ring of Honor. He was clearly someone that was all in that mix, but he decided to stay in Ring of Honor rather than to go to AEW.
But like Darius said, it's amazing that they paid their talent, considering they don't have the budget that a WWE or an AEW has. Probably not even the budget that a New Japan has. So they're a much smaller company. So kudos to them. Just really hope they come back strong.
Do you know what? Like, more details have come out earlier today, like within the last hour or so that I've seen this. Apparently, Sinclair, the company that owns them, apparently like $12 million in debt. Now, I don't know what that means in terms of, because $12 million is a lot of money, but it might be that, because here's a weird thing which may or may not be true. This might be a complete lie, but there is something like that Netflix is billions of dollars in debt. And like the logic was that they always borrow the money to make the new content, and it's seen as like a surefire thing. So they are forever like in debt. I might be completely making this up. I heard this about a year and a half ago. But so who knows? $12 million in debt might just be until
I was going to say,
the end of the month.
I'm not too sure. Did Vince do a little deal with them before?
With Ring of Honor?
Ring of Honor. Was it Ring of Honor? I can't remember. There was a show.
Vince does weird little deals left, right, and centre. So there's no telling. Quite possibly.
So
But-
he might be able to do something.
Or
even Tony Khan. So.
Yeah, you could buy the back catalogue off him that much. You could say, right, here's $12 million, I want your video on demand stuff.
Yeah.
And just chuck it on the network. Well, again, it's not his anymore, is it? So Peacock might do that. Peacock could turn around and...
But I don't know if you guys heard this or not. There was some streaming service which is a part of Peacock or a part of Fox probably. They wanted to give MLW a contract, and WWE did everything in their power to make sure MLW does not get a streaming contract. So much so that they went to the other streaming services and they tried to, and right now MLW doesn't have a streaming contract because of WWE. It happened, I think, 2 weeks or so ago. So Vince really loves the monopoly. He doesn't want other companies to, like, for me, like on another note, I really think that if these smaller companies get more go to in front of more eyes, you have something for everyone. You like spot fests, watch Lucha. You like storytelling, watch AEW. You like hardcore wrestling, watch I don't know what the hardcore promotions. You want to waste 3 hours of your time, watch Raw. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, I completely agree there. Okay, so how familiar are you guys with the Ring of Honor roster? Yeah, I've got it here, and I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar, but I'll pull out a few names of people that are somewhat familiar, because I think there's a lot of potential of people that can jump across. Angelina Love, obviously, I feel like I didn't know she was still active, but obviously was in TNA. Bandido is in Ring of Honor. Who else do we have?
Jay Lethal?
Who?
Jay Lethal, isn't he?
Jay Lethal, Danhausen, Dalton Castle. You know, there's lots and lots of wrestlers there. EC3 is in Flip Gordon.
EC3.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Obviously, the Briscoes. There's a lot of people that it's like they're not going to. Jonathan Gresham. There's lots of people that are going to end up other places very quickly. But WWE, as of a few weeks ago, were like, well, we're getting rid of a lot of NXT guys who were the Ring of Honor style, and they're just going to bring in their Bron Breakers, who are nothing against Bron Breakker, but it's like we just want to have some big monster guys in here. So is WWE literally shutting their doors to the type of wrestler that Ring of Honor has?
I think they're just going back to the old model, aren't they? With the big guy, look at him in an airport, you look kind of an amazement for him. So
which is really strange, because some of the biggest stars in AEW right now, if you look at Orange Cassidy, Sammy Guevara, you look at Darby Allin, MJF, they're not the biggest of guys, but they're so popular. So is there a model that people actually want, is what WWE I think should start asking themselves, because possibly not.
Well, yeah, it's
ask yourself is is there enough talented big men out there as well? So.
Exactly.
But WWE was never gonna I still think the only reason WWE signed these guys were to keep them from other promotions. The NXT I think I've said this on a previous show. NXT, the indie version of NXT, was just to appease the smarks. It wasn't because they really wanted that. That's why you might see someone as a huge success in NXT, but they go nowhere in the main roster. So
it's weird, because if you guys think back to the Attitude Era or before, but there was a time when Christian was the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah. And
Edge felt he'll probably win the Intercontinental title, but now realistically he's a bigger guy on the roster.
Yeah.
You know, it's someone like Billy Gunn was always deceptively big.
Yeah.
But he was deceptively big because when he first came in, it was because there was Diesel and things like this, so you couldn't tell that he was actually huge. But then when you see Billy Gunn on AEW, nothing against Billy Gunn, but what happened to his children? Because they did not get his height and size. They are he still looks like he would dominate both of them.
When you're on the road 300 days, I'm playing.
Yeah, there's something that's happened there, but okay. So let's any other thoughts on do we think that Ring of Honor will come back?
Yes.
So?
I think Triple H will buy it. Start off WWE. And then,
about
I think
this,
he's done with WWE. He's going to sell all his stocks and he's going to say,
right.
Be a competition now, son. Let's go.
No. On a serious note, I actually thought of this, that Triple H might just start his own promotion. I think Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and Shane McMahon are going to start their own promotion. I just have this weird idea.
Stephanie and Shane.
Yeah. I'll tell you why. Because the NXT, so Shane McMahon's, a little known fact, Shane McMahon's idea of ECW,
yeah, 2006, I think, what's the idea?
The WWE's ECW was to use it as a developmental company, a developmental promotion. He has more of a vision for wrestling than his old man does. So I could totally see him, Stephanie and Triple H form a wrestling company. I would be so up for that.
Oh, me too. It'd be fantastic.
I want to know the dynamic between Shane and Triple H, though.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, you know, I suppose if they had their own company, it'd be a bit different, because currently in WWE, there's sort of who's the company going to go to? Is it going to be Shane? Is it going to be Seth or Triple H? But if they have company,
you missed something. You have another competitor. It might just go to Nick Khan.
Do you know what? This is going to be the thing, because if the theory here is that Shane and Stephanie literally, rather than one of them going to get it, they both actually team up against Vince. Who would it go to? And it is, I suppose, Nick Khan.
What's his name? Billy Corgan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, he owns the NWA.
Yeah,
still doing.
So could he do it?
But apparently Vince sees a lot of himself in Nick Khan than he sees in Triple H, Shane, or Stephanie. So I think it just might go to Nick Khan. I think it just might go to Nick Khan.
Well, let's not forget the third McMahon child, Hornswoggle.
Or Hornswoggle.
Okay. So go for it, Darius.
I said Vince might sell the company, so the company gets sold. So then Triple H and Steph and Shane do become the competition, but not against Vince, because that company is then owned by someone else.
Yeah.
Or it could be his best friend, Donald Trump.
Could be Donald Trump.
Could be Donald Trump. Okay, did any of you guys see Raw this week?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Did any of you see with Kevin Owens giving a big hint towards his contract ending?
I heard about that.
Okay, so Kevin Owens is a very smart guy. Is he doing this just to get some hype around him? Is this WWE saying, "Oh, everyone's saying about your contract ending, you should say this just to get everyone talking," or is it literally him going a little bit into business for himself?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think he's getting into it business for himself. Because even what Big E said to him as well, it was like, "Oh, this is like not Mount Rushmore. This is WWE owning one face kind of thing." So I think that was all programmed in. But it's kind of to get everyone, we're talking about it right now, to get us to talk about it.
Yeah. I think so as well, but at the same time, there's no telling anymore. Just because everyone knew that Adam Cole was on his way out, and then he still left. Right? Sorry.
Controversy creates cash. That whole Becky and Charlotte thing, I don't believe it.
No, I don't think it was staged. I read the other day a headline. I didn't read the article because I thought it was bullshit, if I'm honest with you, but it said due to Kevin Owens mentioning his contract, WWE are punishing him by adding 3 years on. I was like, can they do that?
No, they can't do that.
That was a meme. That was a...
Okay, fair enough.
Although, here's the thing I've never understood. Right, so Brian Danielson, he was injured. He wanted to wrestle. They were like, "We've still got you under contract." He was there for years. How did they keep him? How did they stop him? If they, surely if they said, "Look, if you won't let me wrestle, my contract will just end and I can go somewhere else." How did they manage to keep him?
When his contract ended, that's when they cleared him. When his contract was about to end, that's when they cleared him.
Ah, is that what happened?
Yeah.
What, and he couldn't get out of it?
Yeah.
No. So I think this happened to Rey Mysterio because he missed some time due to an injury. so they extended his contract. I think they did something similar to Brian, because he was supposed to wrestle for them, but he couldn't. And then when it was getting more and more evident that he does want to wrestle, they just cleared him.
Okay.
Plus, there's really no different to go either. I don't think AEW hasn't been around really for that long. I don't think there was another company as big as AEW is that he could have gone to. Perhaps the option wasn't really there for him.
Or New Japan. I think.
Yeah, like, I think he's always, like, it'll be interesting to see when Brian does end up in New Japan. Probably for, like, it's got to be soon if he's going to get there for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's got to be soon. But again, it might just depend on, like, travel, flights, COVID, etc.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with this, let's go on to our first quickfire round. Now,
Before that, can I just mention one thing? One thing I really wanted to say is that, again, coming back to the first discussion, I think Bray Wyatt makes the most sense, because if Bray Wyatt does replace Moxley, if he goes to face Bryan Danielson, they have that history, and because Bray Wyatt has his supernatural thing or something, he could beat Bryan Danielson without Bryan Danielson losing any. I don't think AEW is going to go full supernatural mode. However, and get this, so let's imagine a scenario where Hangman Adam Page wins the title, and then Bray Wyatt tries to, my favorite version of Bray Wyatt was his cult leader version. He tries to bring the Dark Order towards himself.
yeah.
And Hangman Page, it's not just for the title, it's for the Dark Order as well. You have a story there.
Question for you guys. This title match, is it designed to be any time, or is it a certain time that they have to cash in?
Oh, I don't know, to be honest.
Last time it happened on Winter is Here, or Winter is Coming.
Where Sting debuted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they do it then.
Okay, just...
That's full gear, isn't it? Because he won the chip and he's having a match against Omega at Full Gear on November 14th.
Yeah.
Hang on. Heck of a proposal. It might be Bo Dallas, because rumours are they're signing them both as the Call to Wyndham.
Yeah.
So if you want to get people interested in pay-per-view, you don't bring back Bray, bring back Bo. So people are like, oh, here's Bo. Bray's going to be around shortly. And then people buy the pay-per-view to see Bray.
Okay, so do we think that Bray Wyatt going into AEW, there's been so much saying, oh yes, he's definitely going to Impact. I really don't see that he's going to Impact. He's a too big a star. He would instantly be their biggest star.
Yeah.
I think, like as you mentioned, like the story with like the Dark Order, with the fact that Braun is out of contract, with the fact that Rowan is out of contract, it's like, and you know, the thing which they could do, although I don't like capitalising on things, is it's almost a year since Brody Lee passed away, and they might have a sense of honouring or marking that occasion with the Wyatt family turning up, joining the Dark Order,
really
leading it into 2022.
That would be good, I think.
I would like to see that happen. That's the version I would like to see happen.
Yeah. Well, the Dark Order become the Call to Wyndham either way, so they change his name slightly.
I think the better, like for me, it's more of Bray trying to bring the Dark Order towards the, if I may, the dark side, while Hangman Adam Page trying to keep them in the light side. And we might even see a split. We might see some people siding with Hangman, some people siding with Bray Wyatt.
Wait, are you saying that we could see the Light Order?
The light order.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something definitely Star Wars in that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, WWE should have totally done the Ministry of Light, which would be led by Vince McMahon's arch nemesis God. Why they never did that?
Okay, let's just because otherwise, like we've battled like Messenger and all these things which have held the show up, but we haven't had this in a while, where instead of giving clues to like or doing impressions of a wrestler, an individual wrestler, let's crack out some tag teams where we'll each get given a minute or 90 seconds thereabouts, somewhere between the two, to give clues to tag teams that the others have to guess, and for everyone that they guess, they get a point. For everyone that someone else guesses, then the person giving the clues gets the point. So this is going to be a tag team edition, but obviously you don't have to do impressions because it's two people. But let's see who will go first. And it will be me. So, let's see what we've got. Right, let's get the timer up and get ready to buzz in. Because here we... Oh god, I don't know any of these teams. Right, here we go. So, this is a team that was in NXT that were a big deal, but they were jobbers on the main roster. Yes, Darius.
American Alpha.
No. But one of them famously beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania.
Buzz.
TJ.
Fandango and the Prince Pretty guy.
Yeah, what they called?
Oh, I forgot their name.
Fashion Police.
Yes, yes, and their name is?
Fashion Police. The Fashion FBI.
Well, yeah, sure, why not? Breezango. Right, next up. So, this isn't the Varsity edition. This is the original edition with Stone Cold and Brian Pillman.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Gav.
Hollywood Blondes.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. So if you took that exact team, but sort of played it quite inappropriately nowadays to make them seem quite camp in WCW, they're not from the East. They are from a different part of Hollywood. They're not from the East. They're not from the North. They're not from the South. They are the
West Hollywood.
Yes, the West. What are they called?
West Hollywood. Blondes.
Yes, there you go. I think that was Kwee Wee and whoever else. Okay, so the person that ran ECW had a faction in WCW, and they were called Gav.
Dangerous Alliance.
Yes. Oh my god, hang on. Sorry. I've like way gone over my time already. Right, so I don't know who I need to give points to. Who needs some points, guys?
I got Breezango or Fashion Police.
Yeah. Gav, you got at least 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. Darius, did you get any?
Nope, no points.
Okay, right. So with this, let's see who's going to go next. Wow, these are so hard. I didn't realise like how many of these I don't know. Right. Okay. So let's see. Rolling the dice, and going next will be TJ.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to send you over your list to give clues to, and your time starts now.
Adam Cole's faction.
Buzz.
Darius.
Undisputed Era.
Correct. Hall and Nash.
Buzz, the Outsiders.
Correct. Faction that were in NXT didn't do well on the main roster, teamed up with Cody for a while and called themselves the Cosmic Wasteland.
Oh.
They were yeah.
Gav?
Essentially.
Correct.
Okay.
A faction we just spoke about. A cult in WWE.
Buzz, the Cult of Wyndham.
Their WWE name.
Buzz.
Okay, Darius.
Right family.
Yeah, correct. A very recent faction that broke up. Recently, they were doing very good. They had a manager, and one of them.
Darius.
Yeah,
The Hurt Business.
correct. Next, okay. Both of these are future versions of Nexus.
Buzz, the Core.
Yeah, and another one, correct. It's
What?
the future version of Nexus. It's literally there.
NXT.
Screw it.
I
They have these wrestlers have porn names right now. They're in AEW, but they were in WWE. What was this tag?
Buzz.
don't know.
yeah.
Darius.
Bible.
Correct. They became some sort of an experience when they went to the main roster.
Buzz,
but
the
they-
Viking Warriors. Viking Raiders.
Their
The
NXT
War
name.
Raiders. War
Correct.
Raiders. Something
Correct.
like
Now
that.
their main roster name.
The Viking
Right.
Experience.
Correct. Okay. The team that Undisputed Era always feuded with, the British team.
British team.
Yeah.
Oh, Buzz, Imperium.
Yes.
No, the other one.
I suppose they're not British, but
Okay.
Oh,
Gav,
no, I can't remember. The mustache.
This thing.
Yeah, I know,
Mustache.
I forgot the
Mountain.
name.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, that is time. That is time. Right. So let's roll the dice. See who's going next. Okay, Gav, you're up next. And let's get these for you. And I'm going to send across your list to you now, Gav. And your time will start now.
Damn.
Buzz.
Oh, TJ.
APA.
Yep. Damn again. But before.
Buzz. Doom.
No, same people.
Buzz.
but
The
before.
Acolytes.
Boom. Yeah. Mr.
First?
Darius.
The Rock and Sock Collection.
Here's my scales.
Scales. Buzz. The Hollies.
Scale. Yep. Of my cousins, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do. What's that?
Buzz.
TJ.
Miz and R-Truth.
No.
Buzz. Darius.
The Dudley Boys.
Yep.
Oh!
You look fly today. Dun, dun, dun. Stink face.
Buzz. Too cool.
Yes.
All right.
Beep, beep. I used to be the Godfather, but now I'm.
But
Hello, ladies. Cut it out.
oh shit. Buzz. Right to censor.
Alright, censor.
I use my hurry power, bitch.
Buzz.
And
TJ.
Superheroes in training.
no.
It's fucking on.
My name is. No, all right. It's a mystery.
Buzz.
TJ.
Evolution.
Boom, yeah.
Oh.
Donnie, Mickey, whatever.
Buzz.
TJ.
Spirit Squad.
Yeah. That's not cool.
Buzz.
TJ.
Colognes.
Damn, that is amazing. Well done there. Well done. You're on fire. Right, Darius. Let's get you a list.
I'm going to be terrible at this, I know I am. But here we go. I'll do my best, gentlemen.
Don't worry. Okay, so Darius, sending over your list now, and your time starts now.
Oh, so, twins. One of them is with Brian Danielson. One of them recently divorced.
Buzz, Bella Twins.
Bella Twins it is, yeah. Right, so, they, like, I don't know, they're also a rap group, came out with, like, sort of 8 masks on.
Ape masks.
I don't remember their name.
Clown. It's a...
Gav.
Hit row?
No. I think it was them. I think...
Oh,
Yeah.
Buzz. Gav.
go on, Dave.
The Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, that's the ones. Right, so, no. I don't know any of these. I don't know what you're going to do.
Improvise.
I didn't know most of mine, to be honest.
No. I know them, but I'm not quite sure how to...
Gav.
Buzz.
Road Warriors.
That's the ones, yeah. What else I got on there? No, I didn't. No, sorry, I don't know any more of these.
You've still got about 20 seconds if you just want to give clues to the words.
I don't know what I can do. The last word is doom, and then there's 2 other words before it.
Buzz.
TJ.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Okay, that is time. So, with that, let's go on to our next round, which is going to be 20 questions. We're going to do 20 questions.
Where's
and-
Sarah G?
Yeah, where is Sarah G? Right, okay. once again, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to refresh my Twitter feed, and whatever's the first wrestler that I see. Now, it doesn't mean that they've tweeted. It might just be that someone's posted a picture or something. That's who I am going to do.
Everybody check David's Twitter feed quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Right, okay. Oh, I've got one. Okay. TJ, you get the first question.
Are you male?
Yes. Darius.
Do you currently work for WWE?
No. Gav.
Are you retired?
Yeah, like definitely, but if there was something where they had an odd match, it wouldn't shock me either. But as far as I know, yes, they're retired. TJ.
Were you ever a world champion?
No.
Okay.
Did you retire in the 21st century?
Yes.
Okay, so someone's retired in the last 20.
Are you currently signed to AEW?
No.
So this guy wasn't world champion. What do I ask?
Okay. Any?
Thinking of a question. Like,
Well, feel free to discuss.
what do you? I'm drawing a blank. What do you guys think? Like,
Whatever it is.
the way he said no to world champion sounds like this guy was a mid carder.
Yeah. Is he black? Is he white?
Are you black?
I am not. No.
I did have a question. I got blank now.
Do you know what, I'll just to add a tiny bit more information. It doesn't seem he's as retired as I would say, but as far as I'm concerned, you'd probably consider him retired. But it's probably that he's just very, very inactive.
Well, I was in my question. Did this person have a very famous last match, like a big one?
Yeah, that take another question because I'm not sure.
Oh crap!
Well, they definitely didn't have a famous last.
They
They definitely didn't have a famous last match if they've had one at all.
Okay, so if this person was to wrestle again, would it be likely it would be Crown Jewel?
No, that's a good question. I really like that question.
Mid-carder.
No.
You never know.
Was this guy part of an act that dances around?
An act that dances around?
Yeah.
I don't think... do you know, in the absolute loosest way, I could say yeah, but I think that would mislead you, so I'm going to say no. But that'd be the absolute loosest way. Maybe two loosest ways, but no is what I'd say. It'd mislead you to say otherwise.
Right, okay. I'm here wondering, because I thought maybe Lance Storm, and then I was there thinking, what's that guy? The Rosebuds and everything. But
Okay.
That dude. Leo Kruger. I don't remember his...
Adam Rose is who you're thinking.
Adam Rose, yeah.
Yeah, Adam Rose.
ask if
This
he,
guy's a mid-carder, he's Caucasian.
he can ask if he appeared at a WrestleMania. I don't know yet.
Okay, come on, guys. Because otherwise we kill this working on audio.
Okay,
thing.
so is this I mean, it sounds like it's a random mid-carder from who has already retired. It's a bit difficult to has this guy? Is he famous for his time outside WWE? Like, is he well known for his time for a promotion outside WWE?
Yeah, not as well known, but certainly he is known for his time outside WWE as well. To give you a little extra nugget of info there.
Was the last company when he was last fully active? Was the last company you worked for WWE?
No.
Okay.
Does he like head?
Yes.
Oh.
What was the question though?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Covering it.
You've got Sarajit's powers. How the hell? What? Wait a minute. How is this? The powers have transferred.
What was the question?
That's insane.
What was the question? I missed the question.
Gav, do you want to guess? Because you've got this.
Yeah. I'll not guess it. I just want to know the question.
So the question I asked.
Yeah.
I asked if he likes head.
Is he what?
If he likes head.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, ask.
No, I'll go for it.
No. Go ahead. It's your question.
Slam dunk it.
Go ahead. No, Gav, go ahead. Seriously.
Alright, Al Snow.
Yes, it is Al Snow, and with that, Gav, you get the points. Wow. Yeah, how did you get there?
I just thought, who's known for being outside that's not really been a major?
Yeah.
It's the first one that came in my head. So.
Wow, no, that was an excellent question. It was Al Snow.
I do like Al Snow. I went away with my friends about, I think it was 2019. I went to Holland, and we all dressed up as wrestlers. My mate dressed up as Al Snow. He's bald, so he had the wig. He actually got a dummy's head and did everything. It was brilliant. So I carried this dummy's head out with us and explained to people why. Why he was carrying a head with head written on it.
Wow.
But I'm really curious, David. What tweet did you see about Al Snow?
Oh no, it was an Al Snow tweet. I'll tell you what it is. Al Snow, if you haven't seen his Twitter, has a very it's like normally I'll read out an Iron Sheik tweet, which I will do. But I don't know if this one's going to be very good, but Al Snow's tweets are usually quite entertaining. So let's see what it says. The tweet was, Al Snow says, to-do list, 1, buy 4 pigs, 2, paint numbers 1, 2, 3 and 5 on their backs, 3, release in Walmart, 4, sit back and watch security search for number 4. That's brilliant. I love it. No, like, yeah, honestly, Al Snow's tweets, I'll find 1 or 2 more. I should read the Al Snow tweet of the week, actually. Let's see what he's got here. He retweets OVW a lot, which obviously he bought. And let me read this one first.
He bought a Halifax. Oh, nice.
Yeah, he bought OVW, so literally he runs OVW now.
Yeah, them WWE monies, because that's where they used to get all the wrestlers from. So
okay, so here's one from 3 days ago. Sorry, you know what?
I say he's probably getting the WWE monies, because OVW used to feed WWE, so they probably got
Yeah. Okay, so 3 days ago, Al Snow wrote, going to a Halloween party tonight, dressed as a giant laxative. That should scare the shit out of everyone. It's stuff like this. It's all just like random jokes. It's like he's the ultimate dad joker. Right. But yeah, anyway, so let's read a tweet from the Iron Sheik. So the most recent update from the Iron Sheik is this. In the next 72 hours, go fuck yourself. That's the most recent tweet from the Iron Sheik. So, with this, guys, like, we'll begin to wrap things just because I'm only going to have like a few minutes to get the next show together. But we currently have a tie-break situation between TJ and Gav. TJ and Gav, I think we should settle this with a category battle. The way we're going to do this is I'm going to ask you to take turns to name wrestlers whose name begins with the letter. Let's choose a random letter from these cards. Oh, that's going to be really hard. Right, screw that. Right, let's get a different letter. J. Oh, hang on. J, I think is something useful. So, you've got to name different wrestlers. Oh, we've got a bit of an echo. Whose names begin with the letter J. Until someone says something that's already been said. Repeat, like says someone who doesn't begin with the letter J. Or... Wow, there's a wicked echo, guys. Any idea where it's from?
Yeah, I hear it too.
No. Sit down.
Okay. Anyway, it'll probably fix itself. So, anyway. So, you've got to name wrestlers back and forth whose names begin with the letter J. And whoever takes longer than 5 very quick seconds to name one, or says someone who's already been named, or says an incorrect answer, will lose and the other will win. So, TJ, you can go first. No, wait.
Oh.
Then it will be Gav's turn, and then back and forth. So, TJ, here you go.
John Moxley.
Jeff
John
Jarrett.
Moxley.
Oh,
Sorry.
Freeze. I forget, TJ has like wicked lag on his internet at times. So, what I'm going to do, we're winging this here. We're winging it. TJ, I'm going to ask you to name 10 wrestlers whose name begins with the letter J. And then I will get a different letter for Gav, and we'll keep going until someone can't name it. So, TJ, go. Wrestlers whose name begin with J.
John Moxley, John Cena, John Morrison, Johnny Gargano, Jade Cargill, Jackie, Jack Swagger, Johnny Ace.
Okay,
Jerry
and that
the
is
King
time.
Lawler.
I'm sorry, I'm going to freeze you
Jerry the
there.
King Lawler,
You
come on,
named
nine.
8. You named 8. Gav, let's choose a random letter for you, and you'll have to name, well, basically as many as you can until you run out, like in that same sense. W. W is your letter. And here, 8 is the number to beat. Here you go.
where do I go from here? Just give it to TJ.
Come on, go.
Wyatt.
Oh, done it after 1. TJ, that means you get the point, and we'll say you are the Slam Jam champion of the week. Gav, I was thinking you'd at least give us Warlord.
Or Wade Barrett.
Or Warrior. Oh,
Warrior.
There's got to be a few.
Walter.
Wardlow.
Wardlow, yeah, they all come up now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's quickly go around and find out where we can find each other. But let's do something else this week and say if we have a recommendation to wrestling fans out there, it could be anything you want, interpret it however you want. It could be a match, it could be to watch something, it could be to do something, whatever you want. What is your recommendation? So, Gav, where can the people find you, and what would you recommend to wrestling fans?
You can find me here next week, and I recommend enjoy the 5th of November.
Absolutely. Darius, where can the people find you?
You can all find me at All Elite Wrestling UK, UK's premier All Elite Wrestling fan group. Come and join us. And if I was to recommend anything, it would be the match between the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros, the first one they had in AEW, because it was superb.
Okay, awesome. My name is David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pstansky. Also, smash the subscribe button on youtube.com/Xstreamed Improv. And my recommendation for wrestling fans is if you were a gamer, somehow track down All Japan Pro Wrestling featuring Virtua for the Sega Saturn, because it is a surprisingly good wrestling game. With that, TJ, where can the people find you, and what would you recommend?
So you can find me in my mom's basement as always, because that's where wrestling fans live, especially us AEW marks, according to the internet. And my suggestion is, if you have been watching this show from the start, if you heard my incident, if you have a presentation, an important presentation or something, and if you're sharing your screen,
It's gone.
God.
don't make sure you're not sharing your wrestling news screen. Pretty bad.
Okay, that was actually a perfectly timed freezing. Right, with that, from me, from everyone else, keep slamming, keep jamming. Till next time, adios, and that's the bottom line. Boom. And we
Later.
are off the air.
Nice.
Awesome, guys. Well done.